Welcome back, Vault Dwellers. Since the Fallout TV show came out this week, I thought we should make some Nuka Cola from scratch. For my fellow video game nerds, you need no introduction to Nuka Cola. But for those who are not familiar with Nuka Cola or the Fallout series, here's a quick backstory. So Nuka Cola is synonymous with Fallout. It dates back to the very first game and has appeared in every single game since. The lore of Nuka Cola within the game and the universe is really interesting. So it debuted in 2044 by the creator John Caleb Bradburn. The recipe landed on had 120 times the recommended daily dose of sugar in it, which puts a full bottle of Nuka Cola at about 43 grams of sugar. I think the developers were trying to make the world seem a little bit more excessive when it came to everything. Since people were driving around in nuclear-powered cars, why not do it with everything? Let's make everything 10 times more. The amount of sugar that Nuka Cola has is kind of funny because that's actually less than your standard bottle of Coke at this point right now. Now, the rest of the ingredients that go into the Nuka Cola are fairly typical of your modern day colas. Carbonated water, caramel coloring, aspartame, which is really interesting and hilarious when you think about it because it already has 120% more sugar than your daily recommended value, and aspartame is 200 times sweeter than sugar. So it seems like drinking Nuka Cola is like drinking pure sugar. Nuka Cola is also known for having like an obscene amount of caffeine in it, even by today's standards of like 300 milligrams in an energy drink. But then when you look deeper into the lore of Nuka Cola and like the flavoring of it, it was made with 17 individual fruit flavors that went into it, which reminds me less of a cola and more of Dr. Pepper. Now, one of the main flavors in Nuka Cola was actually passion fruit. But in the video game lore, there was a great passion fruit famine that happened, and basically all the passion fruit in the world went extinct in 2044, which is funny because you have Nuka Cola coming out in 2044. Fallout is very anti-capitalist in a lot of ways. So a lot of the fan theories are that you had Nuka Cola come out, they literally took every single bit of passion fruit on the entire planet, leaving none to grow to make their soda. And with Fallout being set in this futuristic 1950s, like Americana style, Nuka Cola was also said to have healing benefits with all these different mineral tonics that went into it. Okay, enough backstory. Let's make some homemade Nuka Cola so you can watch Fallout at home. This is gonna be an original recipe, but we're gonna be starting with the official Fallout cookbook. So we're starting here and expanding it beyond that. So my Breville Control Freak, we're gonna set to 320 degrees exactly because that's the temperature that sugar caramelizes at. We're gonna start with 3 cardamom pods and 1 clove. I'm gonna take my muddler here and crush our pods a little bit. Now we're just gonna toast these. Now we're gonna add in 2 ounces of water and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now we just want to cook this until our bubbles start to dissipate. Right now we're going to kill our heat. We're going to add in the juice from half a lemon, half an orange, and half a lime. Give that a stir. Zest from half a lemon, half an orange, and half a lime. Now we're going to let our sugar and citrus mixture cool completely to room temperature before we add in the rest of our ingredients. Our sugar and citrus mixture is nice and cool, so now we're going to add in some Dr. Pepper. We're gonna add in a 7.5 ounce can of Dr. Pepper. Next up, we're gonna be using some Bundaberg root beer. We're gonna be doing 6 ounces. All right, next up, we're gonna do 6 ounces of A&W cream soda. Since it's still called Nuka Cola, we're gonna have to put some cola in there. So we're gonna go with classic Coca-Cola, 6 ounces. Now we're gonna do 1 teaspoon of bourbon vanilla. The main flavor was passion fruit. We're gonna be doing 2 tablespoons of passion fruit puree. Let's give that a stir. So at this point, we're gonna let it sit for about 1 hour covered to let all those flavors really meld together. Also, it's gonna help bring out all the oils from our citrus. Then after that, we're gonna strain it and carbonate it. If you watch my other videos, you know how much I love my pour over coffee maker for filtering things. Now we're gonna pour our cola into our drink mate. because the heat and letting it sit really took out a lot of the carbonation. All right, let's pop our soda into our drink mate, lock it in place, and carbonize it. When you hear the hiss, it's done. There we go. Let's vent some of the gas so this doesn't explode on us. Now we need our Nuka Cola bottle. Link in the description to get your own. And let's fill up our bottle. Homemade Nuka Cola. That's definitely 17 different fruit flavors. It's not nearly as sweet as I thought it was gonna be. It's actually pretty well balanced. It's got citrus notes, vanilla, the passion fruit actually does come through, tastes like cola, and the Dr. Pepper actually is a pretty prevalent flavor throughout. Cheers for after the bombs drop. Until next time, I'm Ron the Cook.